Comic reviews, they've returned. And let me just get going. I got a few here to do. First, let's start with 688 of Batman. Yes, the Dick Knight returns. And he is setting things straight over in Gotham, making a big media blitz. Not taking out security cameras, letting people see that he's in action, which is pretty smart to give the message through. Judd Winnick and Mark Bagley. I love the fact that Mark Bagley's doing this. I love that artist. He is just terrific. He's a fantastic artist. He's got a great, crisp, clean, energetic style. It always looks good. Sometimes depending on the inker, but you know, that's kind of with everybody. And he's dependable as hell. I mean, with so many comic artists who can't deliver the product in time, he is always on time. He's probably the most dependable comic artist there is. Sadly, he's not sticking with this. From what I understand, he's just doing the first four issues. And then he makes the jump to Justice League, which unfortunately I will not be reading because there's a talking monkey on it. Sorry. I check out with talking monkeys. But pretty good, solid story here. Someone suspects that he's not really Batman. Oh, wow. Can you believe it? There's also a really good scene where Dick is complaining about the costume design of the Batman suit to Alfred. It's actually really funny and pretty well written. So I give this one 4 Ram chips. Not bad. And let's see. There's more Dick Grayson and Damian and Batman Streets of Gotham! Issue 2, and it's, as usual, Paul Dini and Dustin Ewan. Beautiful art here by Dustin, and let's see, it's the second part of the Firefly story, which concludes in this issue. I can't believe it, it's not 50 parts. I love Firefly. What a great sick fucker. I mean, he's not trying to ransom the city. Well, actually, full disclosure, last issue he figures out Black Mask's chemical that he injected into all of his henchmen, including himself, and reworked it where he can control, he can cause it to explode into people, causing them to burst into flames. So he's been randomly tagging people with this stuff and just blowing them up all over the city. And he's not trying to get ransom, he just likes doing it. He has a final meeting with Black Mask, who's all pissed off, and he thinks that he's going to just kill him, so he clips the control that he thinks is in Firefly, but he tells him he already, took it out. There's this great line. Of course I figured out how your implants work. I burned it out. The one you put in me, it was quite painful, frying all those chemicals out of my veins. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. That guy is sick. I love that character. And meanwhile, Hush breaks out of the little prison that Dick Grayson set up for him, fooling Alfred, thinking he was also one of those people on fire. You know, Alfred should have just let that prick burn. But, oh well, that's how it goes. It ends with the cliffhanger. I guess Hush is going to be the big villain next month. I'm enjoying the hell out of this series, although I'm not sure if the premise is, they're really sticking to the premise. I thought it was supposed to be spread out of characters and supporting characters. So far it's been pretty much a Batman series, which I have no complaints. Maybe that Bruce Wayne isn't in it, maybe that's my only complaint, but that's it. And also the backup is terrific of Manhunter trying to find Jane Doe. We learn a little bit more about Jane Doe. She's actually skinless, and she rips the skin off victims and wears it for disguise. She's fun. I get this issue 5 Ram chips. Wonder Woman, Rise of the Olympian, issue 33 by Gail Simone and Aaron Leprosky. Great. Conclusion, terrific big battle. Quite a few monsters show up to Themyscira. Just to make a long story short, Wonder Woman breaks up the civil war between Hades and Zeus by chopping Hades in the head and punching out Zeus, which makes him mad. He's never been punched by anybody, so it's a beautiful scene. And at the end, she quits being an Amazon because she's had it. This is good work. And a quiet major change. While everybody's talking about everything going in Superman and Batman, and Blackest Night and everything, Gail's done something really interesting over here. I do recommend it. 5 RAM chips. Now, X Factor. A lot of people have been talking about how great the series is. I'm a big Peter David fan, and I haven't been reading it, so I'm trying to get into it. I haven't read an X-Men book in a long time, so you can imagine my hesitance. Peter David, and let's see, who's the big artist here? Marco Santucci. Santucci's art's okay. It's a little stale, but sometimes it's really good. I don't know. Maybe it's a little inconsistent for me. I'm kind of trying to jump into a middle of a story, so I'm having some issues trying to just figure out what's going on. But I like what's going on. The pace is terrific. Some of the characters in the future talking to a really elderly Dr. Doom, trying to figure out how to get back. Meanwhile, there's this guy taking over random people and having them attack each other. Oh, this is issues 45 and 46. Oh, the big story in this one is Shatterstar and Richter are lovers, which I understand pisses off Rob Liefeld, which makes it even more delicious. It's really well handled. I think I don't know, I miss Shatterstar's 1930s football helmet that he used to wear. But otherwise, really good stuff. I may be getting into this book. It'll be the first X-Men book I've read since '92. These 2 issues, 4 RAM chips. And, let's see, I think I found, well, we got, at the end of Manhunter, we see Jane Doe in her skinless form, and I think I found a boyfriend. I think she and Warren from Buffy would be perfect. I'm not sure how that would feel, though. But, issue 26 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer by Jane Epson and Georges Genti. The stories have been getting kind of, I don't know, been a little blah lately. It's like it's been wavering around, kind of doing nothing. But I think we're getting to something. Buffy and the Slayers are being attacked at all sides. They're having trouble really hiding out because they've been exposed by Harmony's reality show. So they can't really hide in plain sight in the world. So they've been chased and chased and chased around. They're attacked, and they escape in the submarine they stole. And at the end, the only place they can think to go is to Oz, really. Which is great, because next issue we're going to have some Oz. I love that character, and he's been very, very missed. This is pretty good. I'd say I'm going to give this 4 RAM chips. It's actually an improvement on the last few issues, so if you drop Buffy because it's been getting a little boring, you may want to pick it back up. I think we're going to the big conclusion of Season 8. Well, I think that's it. I don't really have any major problems with anything this week, really. It's all pretty good. Be sure to check out my chat with blowhimselfupdude. I'll put a link to the first video on the side here. And I have some more videos coming up. I have some more comic reviews later in the week. And I'm going to do a box set review of Mystery Science Theater. I bought the new one today. And I think that's about it. Until then, push the button, Lindsay.